I'm here with my friend Cliff. He has a story for us today. This is Stories with Duncan. Duncan, you ready to hear the story? Mr. Cliff, do I have your permission to record your story today?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, great. Look forward to it. Go ahead and start whenever you're ready.
Story is Jacque Cousteau and Me. Years ago, missionary friends of ours invited my wife, Sharon, daughter Katie, and myself to come visit them in Palau, the island nation in the South Pacific. Palau happens to be the premier place in the world to scuba dive. All my life, I have been intrigued by the idea of scuba diving. When I was young, I had seen Jacques Cousteau, the inventor of scuba system, many times on television, and he was about 5'3" tall and weighed about 83 pounds, and he made me look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I figured if Jacques could do this, then why not me? My wife, Sharon, was really scared and wasn't sure at all that she could learn to scuba dive. First, almost 30 years earlier, we had flunked a group scuba diving class. Besides, let's face it, not many people learn to scuba after they have become card carrying AARP members. But with private lessons and more than a few tears from Sharon, we all got certified, including our then 17-year-old daughter, Katie. My desire in learning to scuba dive was to explore a part of the world that covers most of the globe, which most people never see. Its brightly colored schools of tropical fish and coral in varying colors and patterns. But most scuba divers who go halfway around the globe to Palau are there for incredible clear visibility and a chance to dive with the sharks. When I first heard this, I said, these people are obviously insane. It's like insisting to go in a lion cage at the zoo. However, I was subsequently convinced intellectually by our missionary friends that there was so much food out there. Human flesh is not that attractive to the average shark. Besides, Jacques Cousteau hates cowards. Palau is beautiful and exotic with incredible clear turquoise water, with literally hundreds of mushroom shaped jungle covered islands. Unlike our certification dive, where we dove down a rope to the wreck and came back up the same rope, in Palau we dove and let the current take us, and when and where you came up was determined by when you ran out of air. Now, we all start with the exact same size tank of air. And then it's up to you how fast you use it up. How fast you use it up is dependent on a variety of factors like how much you weigh and how deep you dive. But the critical factor is fear. As I started to descend on my first dive with the theme of jaws pounding in my ears, I looked up 80 to 100 feet at the bright sun and knew that is where God designed me to be. And that the only thing that was keeping me alive was this stupid little rubber regulator in my mouth. Holding my hand was my dive buddy, my daughter Katie, who I would gladly give my life for. I just don't want to do it today. And I looked out beyond Katie, and there is one, two, five or more sharks, and I don't know the emotional stability of any of them. I know the average shark doesn't like to eat humans, but is there some weird Lee Harvey Oswald shark out there who wants to make a name for himself? As a result, I started breathing the air like this. Oh, Now, guess who runs out of air first? Yes, I do, and so does my missionary buddy Rob, who weighs 1.5 times what I do and doesn't even like to swim on the surface, let alone be calm with 80 feet of water over his head. When I run out of air, I signal to Rob and my daughter and his wife, then buddy up, and he and I go to the top. After we have been picked up by the dive boat and dried off, and an additional 10 or 15 minutes have gone by, then Katie and Ava come up, all excited about their extra dive time. Meanwhile, where is scaredy cat Sharon? Let me tell you, she is welded to the arm of dashing dive master Lance. This is a man who looks like he should be a model for men's underwear. Is he scared? Uh-uh. No, Sharon is not scared. She's on the Gray Lines tour of the Plow and Reef. She's like a barge going down the Mississippi River. So about 15 to 20 minutes after Katie came up, Sharon glides to the surface, all bubbly and excited and bragging about all the wonderful things that she and Lance have seen down under. This went on, dive after dive. When we got to the last dive, I suggested to Sharon that because her dives had been about 2 to 3 times the length of mine, it was only fair if she and I traded places, and I could have some male bonding time with Lance, and she could have some really quality mother-daughter time with Katie. Well, I won't say she got mad, but she did say something like, why don't you just weigh my body down with 100 pounds of concrete and slather my body with fish blood and just throw me overboard? I will die without Lance. Well, guess what? Yes, Katie and I again teamed up for the last dive. In fact, we all had a fantastic dive. My longest, as we swam over the coral where it came down and out to the point. We literally just watched the parade of fish go by, including more sharks than I care to share water with for the rest of my life. Well, it all ended well. Thank you, Lord. We had the thrill of a lifetime. And because of the photographer I hired, we have pictures to prove it. And even if we now have more pictures of my wife with Lance than we have Sharon and me at our wedding, it was all worth it. And as Jacque Cousteau would say, you have not dived until you have dove with the sharks. Try it. You may like it.